We flew all the way in from Wisconsin. You see, you guys probably aren't going to see me too well because the room is a little dark. But if you can tell me what this is right here, that building right there. In case y'all don't know, that is Vortex. We flew into Wisconsin. We have like kind of a 2-day event here in Wisconsin with Vortex. So super excited. But hang tight, guys. We got a lot to show you, a lot to talk about. It's gonna be awesome. See y'all later. All right, guys, we pull up to the Vortex facility, and it is just go, go, go. From the moment we get there, we meet some great guys, and then we're off to the tour. Now, when we first get to tour the indoor range, this is the pistol range you're seeing here. And while we're there, we also get to shoot some pistols I haven't got to shoot before, as well as get to experiment with some red dots. From there, we go to the indoor rifle range. At the rifle range, basically all the rifles they have there, we are setting 0 to get them ready for day 2. All right, guys, once we're done with the rifle range, we clean up all the brass, we go into the tour of this part of the training facility where the law enforcement and K9 can go and train. Law enforcement would train basically building clearing as well as residential house clearing, but also K9 would be doing some sniff for like narcotics or anything like that. Pretty cool little place. You even have a catwalk on top where you can basically observers or instructors can watch. Once we're done there, guys, we go to the second part of the tour, which is the showroom. We go to the showroom, and I tell you, man, people there were just phenomenal. The people in the background, if you watch, you can see people in the background. That's basically if you call Vortex with an issue, those are the people that answer the phone. From there, we go into the machine shop. Now, I was a machinist for about 3.5 years of my life when I was very, very young. There's no floor in a machine shop anywhere that I know that's going to have a floor that clean. I was very, very impressed. They take pride in their product and the workspace. From there, guys, we go into the warehouse. Now, the warehouse is pretty neat, especially when you get to the forklift, which we'll get into in a second. But it was just neat to see how they do things. So what he's saying is this line right here, that machine follows that line, and it's a computer forklift that picks up or takes down anything off the rack, but it's strictly computer. Oh, he goes up with it. The forklift they have there, man, it goes up and you ride up with it, which I think is crazy. And that fork, the way it is there, it can go from the left to the right or the right to the left with ease. Is that right? They're telling you if you're on the wire or whatever?
Yep, so these 2 lines here tell me that I'm on the wire. If not, it'll flash right at me. It'll just sit there and beep, beep, beep.
Will you be able to move it then or no? Even the lights were just automatic. I guess they're just about conserving energy, being organized, and heck, I can't complain there.
Maybe not all of them. Oh, there it goes. It turned on now. So if I come to walk down, it turns on.
I even got to tour the podcast. Like, I really thought the podcast was pretty neat. It's neat watching them, and then being able to put myself there was pretty neat. And then, so now when I watch it, I'll be like, yeah, I was there. I seen it. It was pretty neat. Even the decorations are pretty cool. So, guys, we get into the next day. And the next day, we start off in the classroom. And basically, they're going over instruction on how to work their ballistics app as well as the Vortex Impact. And then from there, we go to the range. Now, the guy in the brown jacket, his name is Nick. I'm not going to tell you what he does for a living or what he did prior to Vortex. But all I'll say is he's a very well-qualified guy to give instruction and to be teaching, especially long-distance shooting.
Over to our right-hand side. So we're trying to predict where that bullet is going to...
He's a heck of a guy, great instructor, and I just really enjoyed spending time with him.
You're on target and you hear us say 1 mil left, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hashes.
5 hashes to the left.
To the right.
To the right.
Opposite, right?
Okay.
Because we're going to take that vertical, drive it to the left-hand side, utilize the right horizontal. So take a look at that.
Yep. I'm just going to keep an eye on the wind. 0.7 left. Spot her up. Going back up.
I saw the bank troll too, man. Suspended.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
you know, after he gives us some instruction about laying prone and shooting prone, which I really found helpful because I wasn't doing it that way. Even though I've been taught that way before, it's just not as comfortable. So I'm gonna have to really train on what I'm doing there.
So the recoil is going directly down my spine, right? So every time I switch directions, I'm switching my body too to get right behind it.
But while he's there, he's like, I might as well shoot some. And I tell you what, pretty impressive. At 600 yards, man, he just cleans the rack from right to left.
Dang.
So you missed that first shot. Then I saw it, and I just wiped him clean with the rest. So I was a little off.
Now, what I'm going to say, guys, I did get a lot of impacts downrange. But the problem is finding the impacts to line them up with the shots for the video, guys. I apologize. It's really hard to do that, especially since we're not the only ones shooting out there. It was me, Shauna, and my friend Dan, and even the instructors. So it was really hard to find. I was really impressed. I was able to find Nick's. But regardless, I was able to at least show you my impacts at 1,050. I didn't get them for some reason. I can't find them on the video at the basically this point where I'm shooting from. But I was able to get them the impacts downrange, which is still really neat. But again, it's a lot harder when you get a lot of people shooting, and I can't control the actual video and everything else. But regardless, there's a couple takeaways I will tell you from my experience with Vortex, and number one, I'm going to tell you I'm very impressed. Number two, I'm going to say this, is that it is, what I didn't know was it was an employee-owned company. And that being said, a couple things on that is that they have a daycare. Now, it's not in the Vortex facility, but it's on property, I should say. If you work there, you have access to this daycare. And when they told me the price of this daycare, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's it? Like, it's a fraction of what we pay here. I was just blown away when they told me what employees pay, as well as even if you're not an employee, you still can take your kid there. When what they told me they pay, I was like, are you kidding me? That's it? Like, that's still less than we pay here. And so I was really impressed because when you think Vortex, the Vortex products, you think, like, all solutions, no problems. And they're that way with work, too, because, like, hey, we have a spot for your kids. You have kids? Great. We have a daycare, which was phenomenal. The other part of that is that, you know, dogs and animals can tend to take stress or alleviate stress or relieve stress in people. And you could take your dogs to work. Are you kidding me? Like, there was so many dogs there. I was just blown away that they have daycare at a very affordable price. Most people will probably waste that much money in a week, and you pay that for a month. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't know what I'm allowed to say about that. But when I was just blown away by that price. And then you can take your dogs to work. I mean, I'm just going to say this, guys. To me, if you ask me why I support Vortex and Vortex products, it's because that's who they are. You know, it's a great product, great price. And when you get to go to Vortex and you get to humanize the product, and what I mean by that is we have products in every day of our lives, these GoPros, ammunition, tools, and to you it's just something you buy, something you have, and either you like it or you don't like it. But then you get to go to Vortex, you get to experience and see the product that they were working on, especially like that impact you saw on the video, and I could see it, and I could see what they put into it. And when we're talking about it, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that's it's crazy. And there was a scope on a gun I can't talk about, I can't say much about it, but I'll tell you this much. He's had it for a while, about a year. He says it's still 2 more years from hitting the streets or hitting the shelves for you and I to buy. That tells you how much time they put into a product before they say, okay, it's good to go. Here's our blessing. It's a great product. Let's send it to the consumer. And so I was blown away by that. I guess I didn't realize that it took that much work. When you make a new product, I just didn't realize that's how much work went into it. And to be able to humanize the product, meet the people behind the product, and they're just like you and I. They have really cool jobs, and they really, really seem to like their job. You know, I do like my job. I love my job. But to go to a place like this and to see people wear the shirts, the hats, the socks, and they just own it, and they love their job, and they love what they do for you and I, it's phenomenal. It's truly phenomenal. It was probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever got to experience, and the fact that I got to do it, and it was my birthday, was phenomenal. But regardless, guys, man, I found this really interesting. I hope you guys did too. If you found it interesting, like, subscribe so you don't miss out. We got so much more coming for you guys. I do love y'all. I'll see y'all later.